No, maybe things will fill in later in the day, but not a lot to hold on to for me at the moment.
This is
Nasdaq trying to hold
wild.
above prior day high here.
We're holding really strong. I mean, we really just held this 3 4 months range, 5 months range. Yeah, we
Back and
bounced
forth.
off those 24,400s, and here we are breaking through it. Nothing. What will bring this market down? So resilient.
Really is.
I mean, it is resilient, but we're still what's going to bring it above SPX 7,000 too. I mean, we're still just kind of treading water for the last, you know, right now we're trading the same place we were on October 9th.
Yeah, Nasdaq running. See some resistance, maybe 25,080s, 25,090s zone. Does Nasdaq go back up to 25,400s? We've been there a few times this month.
What was that price? 25,400
Yeah, the zone.
today? Where are we at right now? Oh,
I wouldn't say today, but I'm just talking. Is that where we headed
yeah.
that way?
So right now, 25,400 is the 50-day moving average. That looks like a nice target potentially. We're holding above the 20-day right now.
Thinking of
This
it.
is looking pretty strong
There's the
here.
Yeah, it's going. I've zoomed out and I'm just thinking big picture right now. Just looking where we at, where we're at for the year, all that. We're still down what, couple percent for the Nasdaq for the year, over
Hmm.
2%.
Yeah, despite all that, we're only a couple percent from the all-time highs. I saw Hoop mention the hammer of justice. That level would be, well, it depends on what's happening with news. We're making new highs, new highs, new highs.
Oh my gosh.
Is there a way to get in this?
Who-
After that news came out, that changed everything. That
Yep.
ISM number came out and really got things going.
These Tech 9 stock, they're just running. Broadcom up 2.1, Meta up 2%, Tesla up 3.3, Nvidia now up 1.5. Amazon, yeah,
Oh,
they're going.
guys, SanDisk is 600 on the dot right now.
There you go.
Thank you,
There you
SanDisk.
go.
Now just stay here for the next
Another
12
100 lot
days.
up here in the Nasdaq. 200 lot actually. That just got filled. They're just cooking through these offers
Big,
here.
yeah, big resistance here at these 80s. If this goes, I think we can make a run. This, I'm not stepping in front of this thing. Look at it. Look at the hourly chart too. We're at these 80s. How many
No, yeah,
points?
not until on Monday the hammer of justice rightfully came at SPX 6900 almost to a T. Um, that's about 30 some points higher than we're trading right now in the ES.
68.93. Looks like a nice resistance up there. Let's see. Another 200 lot up here in the Nasdaq 25,079s. A caveman at 25,000, Dakota.
I know, man. I know.
That's a tough trade to
We're
take.
positive for the week. We're positive for
Yeah.
the week. The weekend we went to war. Like, just so resilient.
Mm-hmm.
VIX
Well,
down to
really not holding a
20.
whole
Okay.
lot.
That's not nothing.
Told you it will go to 25,000s. I told you. Just filled that 200 lot there. 79s in the Nasdaq. So
Again,
it's just
great short and cover off the open, Jay.
thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah,
Gotta be
I'm
flexible.
do see another potential
I
trade
was
here, but I'm not trying to get anchored to that bias. I'm trying to find a way, if this is going to continue to rally, what makes sense, right? What would be decent risk to reward trade? There's still room up to prior day highs in both the Russell and the S&P. S&P prior day high 68.86. I think what I'm going to do right now is probably wait for the initial balance to be set. Right, we got initial balances set in 5 minutes, and then I'll maybe take another trade from there. Uh, I'll continue to trade. I saw somebody say, "Did Jay give back some of the profits that he made?" Yeah, right. I don't look at trading as it's just one trade. One thing I am conscious of is that I'll make this day a winning day in this account no matter what. So I'm gonna secure at least 150 bucks, right? So we
There we go.
secure a winning day. But if I see another trade opportunity, I'm gonna take it.
We have some news to get
Nasdaq
to, but I'm
stock
gonna wait
spin.
till we stop running these highs here. It's currently 68.78 three quarters in the MES.
Toxic trait in me saying short this Nasdaq up its resistance, but I'm not going to against all this. Why short, you say? Well, Walmart's red.
That's it.
That's it. No, I seen a comment earlier where someone's like,
There's a question here, and I keep seeing us getting tagged in it, so I'll answer it. And just from the other side of the camera, right? When we're doing the show and we're looking for trades, some questions are a lot easier to answer than others when markets are actively moving. Where in the top step documentation is not a question that either of us are probably going to answer while we're actively scanning trades. So maybe wait until the markets slow down, but I'm sure it's there, somewhere there on the website. We had a great help center where a lot of those questions can be answered. Uh, but
Definitely.
it would be a very boring show if we sat here and read through the FAQ on the website. No one wants that.
yeah, or offers like support tickets right
Right.
there.
We're continuing to push
And
here.
look at this
New
Nasdaq just
highs.
going.
What a move.
Yeah, we just blew through this resistance here at these 25,000 080s. This is the highest we've ever been in March. The Nasdaq
Interesting.
monthly highs we're making.
What a stat.
Prior day high coming up here in the S&P. 25 68.86.
Wait, is that true? Yeah, Amazon up 4%.
Let's go. Bitcoin still cooking 72,700 in the spot. We were getting awfully comfortable in those 70s, or sorry, the 60s.
Look at this Nasdaq just not stopping. What's was it
ISM number really do
overnight?
this much?
Yeah, apparently
It
so.
can't just be that.
No, no.
Oh, from overnight lows, the Nasdaq is up 600 points, over 600 points. BTFD.
I call that a winning trade, Dakota. You were talking about potentially shorting it, and we're up 30 points from there. That is a win. Nice trade.
Yeah. Sometimes the best trade is the one you don't take.
I think it's probably safe to call the initial balance lows in.
Eh, still a minute four. Got a minute
Right.
45.
Anything can happen. Headline driven markets.
Well, before we get to that initial balance, we do have a news story here. The private sector added 63,000 jobs last month. We got a little video here that I'll read over. That's according to payroll company ADP, which also revised its January numbers down to 11,000 from 22,000. February's new jobs were not only a huge increase from January, they also beat economists' expectations of around 50,000. Healthcare, education, construction, and information sectors saw the most growth. The Labor Department's report is due Friday. It includes government jobs and is often significantly different from ADP's numbers. And join our team. We want team players.
Thank you for that, Jack. Forgot we got jobs data out this morning. Not doing the opening call has like
Jobs
changed
week.
my yeah, jobs week, right? Jobs claims tomorrow, NFP Friday. If you didn't get
Yeah,
enough volatility, we got more on the schedule for you. So Nasdaq continues
it's
to push
been
highs here, 25, 136.75, new high of the day. S&P at its prior day high now.
it's been a wild week already, and it's only Wednesday.
Oh, it's going to continue. I think what we're seeing here is just squeezing shorts combined with no negative news yet today.
Yes, squeezing. Here we go.
Delta's
Into these
positive.
140s.
Delta is positive in both the S&P and the Nasdaq. Bitcoin going nuclear. What is it doing?
Oh, we're at
New highs of the day
72,900.
there too.
Mm-hmm. Buyers have stepped back into this market. Crude oil down 73.73.
In- We just got inventories in crude. Oh, actually not that far off. 3.475 million. Actual forecast was 3 million.
Okay, that's close as it's been for a very long
That's
time.
the closest I think I've ever seen that number.
Oh, good for the
Actually,
EIA.
wasn't there a time, Dakota, where you said watch it come in right in on the numbers and it did?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The one time,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was talking crap about how bad they were off, and I'm like, watch it, and it did. You know, the one and only time.
All right.
Nvidia up almost
First
2%
hours
now.
in.
That was the first hour.
Yeah, first hour already. It's pretty quick. Now the initial balances are set.
Lows were indeed in, Jay.
Hey man, like you said, right? We deal in uncertainty here. There was probably a 99% probability that they were in, but we've been doing this long enough. Some random headline comes out and changes everything.
Yep. Look at
24,826 is the low in the Nasdaq. 68,1775 is the low in the S&P.
Nasdaq had a 20-point pullback and right back up. I, I know when I said this, Jay, 25,400s, maybe these upper 300s can be in play.
What are we at percentage wise right now? I lost
We're
my
up
quote board.
1.5. Yeah, we're up
1.5.
1.5% in Nasdaq. Yeah, but like everyone's saying in the chat, Amazon's up 4%. So is Tesla. Most of I Broadcom and Meta are both up above 2%, so 2.3 and 2.6. So we could be up 2% here in the Nasdaq.
Hmm. Oh, sure. Yeah. Still like that 6,900 as a target.
Scott Hodges, that is one I've not heard before. I'm gonna add that to the list of people that I look like. Jordan Calloway. I don't even know who that is, but apparently I look like him.
Yeah. Looking this up.
Prior day high to the tick there in the S&P, and we're rejecting maybe a little bit of a 3-bar reversal here. I'm seeing one on a 3-minute potentially. Do I want to short it is the question. View up is still for the regular trading hour session pretty low here. No confirmed trade yet. Just scanning. Jack, you're looking at 6900s up here, right?
I mean, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
We may reintroduce. I mean, we go
I,
back.
I could see Jordan Calloway in you, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Here, I'll send it. I'm sending this to you.
To me,
Yeah, you
we
look,
got
or you
a.
seen what Jordan Calloway looks like?
Oh yeah, I just googled him. Yeah, I could
Oh,
see
okay,
it
okay. Okay.
if you squint a little
A
bit.
little bit, a little bit.
All right, seeing a little bit of a
I
turn
mean,
here.
it's no Seth MacFarlane for me. Little bit, little bit of a turn.
Yeah, I was in Goodwill Hunting.
Matt Damon. 68, 77 and a half. We're about almost 10 points off the high of the day in the ES. Patrick Harrington, love it.
We got some
Oh,
sellers
here we
stepping in this
go.
Nasdaq
Yes,
now.
we
Here,
do.
All right, three bar reversal down to these 25,100s.
the Wall Street Journal, Western official estimates Iran likely has just days of missile strikes left. Just reporting that because the Wall Street Journal says it's just Western official. So take that any way you'd like to. We are selling off a little bit.
Yeah, Lucas, that IB was a nice short. Once that initial balance was set, decent short opportunity there. I don't know if we could call that a failed upside auction yet. We it didn't really look above the high of the initial balance in the Nasdaq, but nice pullback there for sure. Now the question is, Dakota, is this a pullback to get in long, or is this falling back into the middle of the range?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'd look for maybe a little bit deeper of a pullback, maybe a retest of those 080s. I don't want to short right now. I'm not going to
Yeah,
short this momentum. I'd
I hear
rather
you.
wait for a little bit of a deeper pullback and look for a reversal to the long side. You're telling me I'm going to short
Gnarly.
the Nasdaq
Yeah.
when
Are
Amazon's
you
up
getting in?
4% is no, no, no,
Okay. Gnarly Nate. Great YouTube name. What's the opposite of a V bottom? An A top? I would call it the opposite of the V bounce is the hammer of justice. But we didn't
Yep.
get there quite yet. All right, 12 points off in the ES at the moment.
CZ top.
no. I like that one.
Gonna drop down to the 5-minute chart again here.
Yeah, I can see a push back down to those 080s, but other than that, this could turn into a zombie rally, to be honest.
That's what it's looking like.
Could. I mean, it seems like there's not as much news flying around today, which is probably a good thing for everybody.
Those hundreds held.
They did. They did.
VIX is still holding on to that 20 handle, trading 20.74. Bitcoin's still 72,700 in the spot market. 10-year sitting comfy, 4.08. Let's take a look at what silver's doing.
We're at
Going
80,
Hogue
84
here.
half.
All right.
Someone said those hundreds held until they don't. Here's a second test. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
looking heavy now.
Well, those that were brave enough to take that 3 bar reversal's pretty happy now.
Yep.
Who caught it? Who caught it in the chat? There's someone who's short on this 3 bar reversal uh on the 5 minute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, there comes the chat. I mean it's textbook. It's textbook, yeah, look. I'm short too. Dub here, got it. Me.
Nice job.
100% of the chat caught this.
Back to 25,000s? Question mark.
Possibly. Possibly.
We're starting to get more structure in the SPX options. We never got there, but up around that line above the high from Monday, pretty much 6,900 SPX. There's a ton of options resistance, we'll call it, building there.
Yeah. Let's just kind of explain a 3 bar reversal real quick. Sure. Sure. I'll do a brief explanation of a 3 bar reversal. Look at this. This is a 5 minute chart over here on the left hand side. And this is all over Google if you just Google what 3 bar reversal is. But let's see if I could draw. There you go. Right here at the top, right? We have a trend. It doesn't matter whether it's long or short. This works both sides. We have this candlestick, which the wick, which is the highest high of this move. As soon as the very next candle breaks below the previous low, that is typically when that 3 bar reversal is. And a lot of, depending on how you trade it, you want your stop loss a bit be above that. Maybe you look for a 1-to-1 hold. I mean, look at this. We're starting to sell off now, but that is
Yeah, we are.
essentially a 3 bar reversal. Um, how you trade it, how you manage it, how you look at it. Do you wait for the next candlestick to close? You have your stop loss wide. You stop. There's so many variances of how it is, but in its simplest form, that's what you're looking for, a reversal.
Prior day highs to the tick in the S&P. 68.86, down 16 points from there.
Hmm. I was just thinking the same thing, Jay. I was like trying to figure out, so like, why there? Why do we turn around to there?
Yeah. It's yesterday's high.
Ooh, Microsoft turned red a little bit. Everything else is green. Microsoft and Walmart.
All right. Robinhood's up 8% today.
Ooh, is there news out on that?
Guess people are maybe there's just more volume in the zero date calls.
That and crypto's up, maybe. Are they?
Oh
They
yeah, I
do well
mean
with
that
crypto.
they do. Most of their so Robinhood makes money from a couple of different sources. There's like transactional income from people making trades, and then interest income. For the transactional income, a huge the two main drivers are options and crypto, right? And
Mm.
crypto had decreased somewhat in their last quarterly earnings, obviously, with Bitcoin getting chopped in half. But this is a really big day for crypto today. We're up 6.6% in the spot market.
6.6%. I think I'm back to even on my Bitcoin position. I've just been buying slowly every day, Jack, since we've been
All
driving.
right.
But the
So
first
he's
buy
got
was at
those.
85,000. So yeah, had a little work
DCA
to do.
baby,
And that's
DCA.
yeah.
That's long term, right? You're gonna hold it for longer than a day.
Exactly.
So that's
Exactly.
different.
Last try with this Russell short. Short from 2638 2636.80. Stop is going to go 42, 2642, 41 and a half. This will be the last try with this trade. Do I trade on anything else, Neil? Nope, just here on Top Step TV. Just don't do it. I did it already. Is it too late? Am I gonna get cooked here, chat? If I do, it's already too late. But again, like I said, I'm gonna secure the profits on the day. No way this is not gonna be counted as a winning day in this live account. If this one stops me out, I'll just lock the account out and maybe we switch over to trading combine for the rest of the session. But I like this trade.
Ooh,
Seeing some rejection here, seeing a
Nasdaq
little bit of a
is
turn. Yep.
Maersk, which is a big shipping company. You might see them on the side of shipping crates. We are temporarily suspending cargo bookings acceptance in and out of the UAE, Oman, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia until further notice.
okay. Look at this short. Look, come on, come over there. Splash Brother up. They're gonna do it again.
Let's see. I don't know if this one's as good. There's a question about where am I anchoring VWAP to in this case. High of the day. High of the day. You see this red line here? It's holding as a resistance. I like this, the structure of this 3-minute candle right here. You see how we're holding 50% of it. That's why I'm in this short. We're back inside the opening range as well. And VWAP for the New York session is still all the way down here. So that's really the target on this trade. Might not work. We'll see. Risk is defined. We'll just let this play out. Poll in the chat. Who in the chat has traded the Russell before? I'm going to vote yes. I'm going to assume that
Yeah.
most of those votes are going to come back no.
You know, it would have been no about 10 weeks ago, but I did take one Russell trade on the show, I think during Power Hour.
Interesting time
What'd you
too.
think, Jack?
Power
Um, I kind of, I don't know, it's like get away from my security blanket, but like I kind of
hour.
like the idea of it because it's just like my feelings on the Russell itself are known, but
Right.
um I mean on a longer term, you know, you look back the last 5 years, a much better trading range in the Russell, right? Because
Yep.
it actually goes down.
Right. I'm wondering if my stop is in a place that's going to get tagged. The high of this candle. We'll leave it.
Nasdaq's having. There's a lot of selling pressure now coming into the Nasdaq. It's just a lot of these equities. So here it is. I like that
Yeah.
position.
See if they all want to move together today. So far, they have been.
I mean, that's a beautiful looking 3 bar reversal right there on the Russell.
Right.
Yeah, at those highs. Yeah,
Better
nice
trade
one.
location. I would be sitting pretty right now. Who is this Russell guy anyway?
That's a good question for AI.
What I also kind of really like about this trade is on a higher time frame, well, kind of medium time frame. We're looking at a 30-minute chart here. We have a high time frame moving average, which is the 200 here on the 30-minute, and we don't have volume trading above it, right? So VWAP for the full session so far is still below it. So I'm kind of looking at this as empty price action. It's this VWAP is tilted upwards, so there is some upside pressure in this market, but maybe a fade back down to VWAP is what I'm looking for here.
Fair enough.
The Russell
I,
2000 refers to the Frank Russell Company, which was founded by
Frankie Russ.
Frankie Russ, Frank Russell in 1936. The index was created. Oh no, the index was created in 1984. So there's a chance that Frankie Russ maybe did not survive to see his name attached to the index.
if I could turn the lamp, you know what? If we get to 700 likes, I will turn the lamp off behind me. I don't do anything for free.
Yep. No free
Giveaways.
lunch. What are we at? 343. Hit that like button. Get those thumbs up. We appreciate you all being here. Like and subscribe. This is hashtag Fast Markets. I'm Jay. That's Dakota. That's Jack. Thank you for joining us this morning. And if you want to see the light turned off, you got to hit that thumbs up button.
It's the internet. I love this.
Yeah. We represent a company called Top Step. Most of them aren't here today, but we're the remnants.
The remnants. All
They
right.
left the door open and let us in.
It's like when they had the
Uh,
State of the Union, they got the one guy in the bunker. That's me. Once again, a sign of extreme importance.
All right, Rusty. You coming to get me?
three, three bar reversal to the long side of the Nasdaq, maybe.
Yeah. Yep. I'm out of this. Come on, if you're gonna do
Hold
it, do
on.
it. There we go. All right,
There.
stopped out. There we go. Plus 246. I'm gonna go ahead and lock this live account for the day. That is a winning day. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to a combine because we still have a show to run here. But took a couple opportunities.
Hey,
Still the same trade thesis, risk management over everything. First trade was the best one, and then after that, the market kind of shifted structure. I maybe got married to a bias a little bit, which happens. So, there's inevitably going to be the person in the chat that says, those were stupid trades. Why does he keep shorting it? It's going up. I promise you, if you trade long enough, you're going to catch yourself in that same situation. Risk management over everything. So, locking in 246 bucks, and we'll switch over to a combine and keep going from there.
All right. Yeah, in the ES, at least we kind of turned the 6850 SPX has taken on a little bit more importance here. You know, it was the resistance overnight, and now it's where we bounced just a few minutes ago. So I'll keep an eye on that. Maybe a place to check on if you're looking to get long.
Yeah, that first trade was sick, right? Shanks, I should have just stopped.
I
Should have
know.
just stopped.
Hey, drop the mic there.
Right.
Just walked off.
Yep. I went from Jack, you'll understand this reference. I went from Steph Curry to Nick Young.
Oh, that's one of my favorite uh, clips of him missing that three is one of my all-time
Yep.
favorite clips.
Turns around with his hands up. And the ball
Yeah.
just rims out. Shout out to Swaggy P. I honestly, I think this trade is still going to work out. Maybe my stop was a little bit too tight. We are still holding the candle that set the high, but again, I'm not going to continue to force trades and put money behind it. So we switched over to a combine. We'll see here. What are you seeing, Dakota?
I'm waiting. I'm looking for longs. I like a deep pullback here, but patience pays. As Mr. Matt says, if Dakota isn't a long, he needs to stop talking. I'm actually in a position. I'm in the best position. That's flat. It's a position
Ooh,
that traders are in most, or at least should be most of the time.
Should be.
Yep. Cash is a position, if you didn't know that.
Buddha.
Top of the hour coming up here.
Yeah, so we
Can't
got
pay.
at noon we got a White House press conference. Looks like Trump will be on a phone interview at 12:30. Beige book coming at 1 p.m. And guys, we got a Trump roundtable. That's all it says. Coming up for Power Hour today.
Ooh, Ooh, I like this one.
Broadcom earnings after the bell. What's up?
Someone says, you can't pay the bills being flat. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because when you're flat, guess what? You're in cash. I get 4% on unused funds. That pays my. I can pay the bills being flat. Gotta try
That is
harder than
true.
that,
There
Chad.
you go.
Come on. Come on. You can't make an
Well, yeah.
argument against being flat.
Well, yeah. I can use the example I talked earlier about uh my experiences with like being having a bad time when you're professionally trading being the worst is towards the end of when I left that industry, like I had a month that was probably like the most stressful month of my professional life. Just in there all the time, grinding, heartburn, calls every weekday in the middle of the night from a 22-year-old telling you you're down a bunch of money. And at the end of it, that month, I would have been in a better financial position if I had literally done nothing and like went on a cruise around the world. I would have ended up in a better financial position. So like the effort does not correlate with like results all the time.
Right. You could make an argument that the majority of traders would be better off financially if they'd done nothing this month.
I mean, that's just the god honest truth. I mean,
Yeah.
y'all know the stats.
We all know the stats of trading. It's not
Stats are the
not as
stats
easy as
for
it
a
looks.
reason.
Yep.
What a nice turnaround there we had in the Nasdaq. Pull down to those, what was that, 30s, 25 30s, and right back up.
Yeah, Jay, I know. You want to talk about 3 bar reversals?
There's another one.
I've
Another
been
one.
getting really good at calling these trades out and not taking them.
Hey, that market button works.
Hey, you know what? I'm up $60, okay, and
There you go. There you go.
I'm still green on this screen. That airport trade.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
That was a good one. We're also getting ready to make new highs of the day. Happy I'm out there. Yeah, from 9 Central on, this has just been a rally. After that number came out, got a little too heavy short there and turned around. What's gold doing? Chopping around here. What's the chat doing? How are you guys doing?
yeah,
Let's get a vibe check out there. Who's trading well right now? Who's
they're
not trading so well? Who's learning something right now? 70% long in the S&P, so somebody's trading. 70% long
they're
tilt.
mixed. They're mixed. Who took that 3 bar reversal too? The long side.
Mm.
Good question.
Green, but it's not my favorite day. Learning more about myself. Hey, that's always a good.
There you go.
Minus 90, minus 74. Not too bad, honestly. Those are the toughest thing to do is stop trading when you're down, just a little bit. Yeah, VIX at 27, just above. There goes
There you
Nasdaq.
go. New
Point.
There
highs
goes
coming up
Nasdaq.
here.
Yes, is still about 7 points away from that.
The 90s. Yeah, Coach Hoop saying that poll came back better than expected. 60-40. 60% of the chat has not traded the Russell, 40% have. And speaking of the Russell, new highs of the day there. NASDAQ coming up next.
Thankful for sticking to my risk plan. Nice.
There you go.
Yep.
All
Chapman says,
right.
doing well.
Five
Thank
points.
you. Getting personal. Matt, I appreciate you tuning in. You can also catch me for slow markets.
What time's that at, Dakota?
I moved it. We're starting 30 minutes early, so 7 p.m. Central. Jay, appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
Last
It
night,
was a good show last night.
always what good markets too.
Yeah, they were. Jack, we got a question here that you might be able to answer, and or maybe not. Can you explain why we started tearing to the upside with bearish PMI?
Because I think that's far from what the market cares about right now.
Yep. Yeah.
Market always do what you least expect.
Yeah. Some of these planned numbers, which in other circumstances I think would normally get us moving around. There's a lot of uncertainty that the market's trying to figure out, and probably care a lot more about that. And you get a knee
Yeah,
jerk reaction initially, but
I think you got to frame it as like, look at this. Here, I'll zoom out a little bit. You got to look at this week and ask, why did we sell off like 200 points in the ES? And, it's once again, it's because of uncertainty increasing and with all the stuff going on in the Middle East right now. And that probably has, I don't know, a rough estimate 10 to 50 times the weight of like the PMI number at the moment.
yeah. Yep. New highs coming up here.
It's looking like it.
Not seeing that. Not
Great.
seeing as much size on the book either, right? We had all those 100 lots on the way up initially. They're not there anymore. And I got a gold chart up right now, but I'll switch over to the Nasdaq. But not as much size up here.
See if we break through these session highs.
We're
That was
coming
a
for it.
dip to buy.
Rusty leading the way. It was the first to make a high of the day. The S&P is pushing up to
Big
Jack's level here, those 90s. Go ahead, Dakota.
Bitcoin's up 7.5%. Spot is at
Yeah,
73,300.
ripper.
Yeah, it is. New session highs. Nasdaq. Intel's up 4.5%. Look at the big market movers. Microsoft now green. Everything's green besides Walmart. There's a break. There's a break. 25 150.
What's interesting to me, like I don't trade oil. There's a lot of reasons for that, but I'm paying close attention to it because I mean, that to me is the like biggest signal for what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And it's telling a different story than stocks and Bitcoin, especially right now.
Oil is telling a different story.
What story is it telling?
Yeah.
Well, that it's still like a risk off, right? Still, like we're not seeing a huge sell off in oil or something right now.
Fair.
Coach Hoop headline in the chat there. Tanker traffic through the Strait of Hormuz has dropped by 92%. We heard that headline earlier in the week. And then we heard, I think it was yesterday, right? The president said the Navy ships were going to help escort oil tankers through the Strait. So that
Correct.
that is a
Yes.
a level of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Like, what does that look like, right? Is that a safe travel through the strait? There's a lot going on there. So
I know they had issue with insurance, right? Who's going to insure these tankers now that they have uh basically a
It,
security
it turns
guard
out,
with them.
Dakota, it's us. we're
Yeah,
gonna
I know.
insure them.
I know. It turns out with the
yeah,
yeah. So we're putting uh, and Trump did say it, right? He's like, I think you said it. Well, yeah, yesterday, the day before, about how we could be higher for a little bit, but
yeah,
expect it to go lower, lower below our
They're
previous low.
Yeah, I mean, they're considering it. I think, if we're being honest, the hope on their end would be that it doesn't come to that there's some sort of clearer resolution that comes sooner rather than later.
I used to use fibs, Jay.
yeah. You still use them now?
I
No,
still
not so
do,
much.
but I
Uh,
used to too.
Not as much. I mean, for me lately, it's more of you could visually see a 50%
Yeah.
retracement, right? Like it's close enough. I'm a firm believer in zones, and Fibonacci's is just that, the way that I view it. I mean, you look at the
Okay.
Nasdaq, and I'm not going to put a fib on, but I could tell you that's at least a 30% pullback
Yeah.
from that low. Here, let's do
Jack,
it, shall we? I'll
was
put a fib on.
68.90 that price, Jack, you were talking about?
No, I'm
That's
still
SPX
waiting
68.90.
for, yeah, or more like 6900 around there. So 6908. It's marked on the chart here.
Gotcha.
Pretty much the highs from Monday. Like that to me seems that if we're gonna rally, that's at least the point where we got to make a decision.
Mm. We are seeing some selling coming in here right
Yeah,
now.
there's your fib, and we got to 23 or 0.236. Curious what the 30 was. Curious if that was 30.
Well, since we've paused here, we'll take a minute real quick to run a news story. Guess what, guys? Speaking of the insurers, tax filing season is underway. And although it may be a hassle to file your federal income tax return, if you're like a majority of US tax filers, you'll get a refund soon after you do. But this year, your refund may be larger for a couple of reasons. Ivan Rodriguez joins us live to discuss why and how people can take advantage of their extra cash.
There's two main reasons why Americans might receive a larger tax refund this year. First, Congress made a number of new and expanded tax breaks effective for tax year 2025. Also, most people did not adjust the tax withholding on their paychecks last year to account for the changes in their tax breaks.
Some people are getting larger child tax credits, lower tax brackets were extended. So for most people, there should be a little bit more in that tax refund this year.
Through the week ending February 20th, just about 29 million people had received 2025 federal tax refunds, averaging $3,800, according to the IRS. That's more than 10% higher than the same period last year.
This money can make a big difference in your overall financial well-being.
Ted Rossman with Bankrate says there are a few things to consider in terms of where to put your money to best use.
Credit card debt payoff should be a priority because the interest rates are so high. The average credit card debt load is around $6,700 according to TransUnion. If you make minimum payments towards that average amount at the average interest rate, you're in debt for close to 20 years.
Other areas to look at include boosting your emergency savings, saving for a home purchase, and investing. Although Rossman suggests not investing until you've checked off a few other boxes.
Historically, stocks have returned an annual average of about 10%. So your money's going to be doubling roughly every 7 years when that happens. So if you put that tax refund in today, that $3,800 could be around $10,000.
Could
All
be.
right, there we go. don't know if I would assume a 10-year, or sorry, not a 10-year, but like a 10% return, but y'all do you.
It's pretty good, man. It could be.
Let's see here, 25,
Hey, I am
114.
short the Nasdaq.
Ooh.
Got this 3 bar reversal. I gotta switch this to points though. So there we have it. I am short the Nasdaq. Got this 3 bar reversal. Got a minute until it's confirmed. I'm gonna look for this market to rotate back down to the bottom of this. Maybe come down here to these 060s.
All right. Dakota's in there. Short. What are you short an MNQ?
Yeah, one contract at 25,114.
Did have a headline that came out. Senate taking procedural vote on war powers resolution to end the Iran operation. It's a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, that's been on the schedule. It says at 3 o'clock. It just says Senate War Powers vote.
Interesting.
All right, 3 bar reversal confirmed with that 5 minute close. See if we can get follow through. Or is this the one 3 bar reversal today that doesn't work? Okay,
I'm short of one lot in the micro S&P with you.
All right.
all right, let's get it. Oh, look
All
at
roads.
this.
All
All
roads.
roads?
Well, that would be a banger of a trade.
Right.
I got the overnight VWAP down at about 68.34 at the moment.
Ooh, NASDAQ pushing lower. Let's get it.
John Q. Yes, that was a go-to snack, or shouldn't even call it a snack. Go-to meal in middle school and high school. You guys ever eaten ramen with
Mm.
Tabasco sauces? So good. Uh, yeah. Chat, let us know what's for lunch in the
You guys make me
in the
hungry.
chat. We're coming up on lunchtime. Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. We're printing here.
Dakota short off that 3 bar reversal. Putting his money where his mouth is.
Yep. I now have permission to talk.
Nice trade there, sir.
Thank you. You as well.
Let's see if we can push it. VIX back above 21. Never got below 20 there. Got the low today
And
around.
there's is
Where do you got that target?
boom, right there, right there. Took profit. Got it. There we go.
Nice trade there, sir.
There's definitely more room. So if I was in multiple contracts, that's I'll take one off here and then leave one for a runner to see if we can go test the low, not the low, but these 060s, 050s. That's the point, Matt. Matt says, "Wow, Dakota actually, yeah. That's part of trading, right? You sit, you wait. You don't just sit here and click buttons and over trading. Trust me, I've overtraded way too many times in my trading career. Part of it. It's part of it. Take the
There's
trade.
always a trade. Like if you want one, there's always a
Always.
trade.
Mm-hmm.
As easy as clicking a button.
You just click. Yeah. Jay,
The S&P is coming up
Jay,
to this. Yeah,
you're cooking over there.
yeah, I should have been more patient in that Russell trade because now I think this is going to fall apart. But I'm taking the trade in a combine, which is fine, right? The process still plays out, but yeah, I'm doing a little bit of journaling in my head right now. A little too eager on those last couple Russell trades we took, but this is a nice one here. Target 68.57, but trailing as we go again behind this 3 minute candle structure. If we don't take out 3 minute candles high, then we'll still be in the trade. We are coming up on what was support before, but let's see here. Nice trade there, Dakota.
I mean, that was worth waiting for. No,
Yep, I think so.
Obviously,
That's a
Bitcoin.
good. Yeah, go ahead, Jack.
I was just gonna say that Bitcoin obviously super correlated here with the risk on, risk off. It's back below 73,000, 72,870 in the spot. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was gonna say, speaking of hold times, right? When I look at my stats, my average hold time in a trade is probably somewhere near 7 to 8 minutes. But it might take, and like Dakota was just saying, you might wait 2 hours to take a trade. I think that should be more considered in hold times, right? Sometimes a trader will say, "Oh, I get in a trade and I sit in it for 6 hours," and it might not be moving, so that contributes to the whole time. But if you find what you just did, Dakota, you found a momentum trade, got in it. That was really a 2 hour hold time in that trade because you sat here and waited for structure to get you into a position. So the time you sit flat waiting for a trade is valuable time as well.
correct. Yep. And one of the hardest psychological things about trading is you could sit here for like an hour, 2, 3 hours, place a trade, and then lose money. Right? When we're so
Right.
used to a regular job where you trade your time and you know you're gonna get a paycheck, you know you're gonna get money in exchange of sitting there and doing the work. Trading, do as much work as you want. There's no guaranteed you're getting a paycheck. You might end up
Might make a
losing money
donation that
too,
day.
which is yeah, which is even just a tenfold the psychological weight that you put on yourself as a trader. Traders go through. Size down there, sugar booger.
The grayed out the comments you guys can't see are where the action is at. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
No news here. We got about uh, 13 minutes until the euro close.
I added a second lot there. It added like $4 of risk to $5 of risk to this trade. Stop still the same spot. We haven't broken that prior candle's high, and we got up to it. So if we get more flow, if not, we'll get stopped out. $26. There we go. Out.
Where we bounced off on the Nasdaq too, right? The
Yep.
60s.
Yeah. Do you guys ever look at 4 hour charts? Only ever when someone mentions it, to be honest. Is 4 hours not a time frame that I look at? I know a lot of traders do. Uh it's a ton of great structure on a 4 hour chart, but I don't really look at them. What about you guys?
I was I was on one earlier when I was pointing out this major resistance at this 25,080 level. Yeah, sometimes to me it's less about is this a 4 hour or 1 hour, more about the market structure, right? 'Cause markets are fractal and it's just how you want to view some of it. Because like this major resistance here at 25,400, you could identify that's major resistance on a 4 hour or a 1 hour. But yeah, I can see how it could be more consistent you are with your time frame, better.
Yeah, I mean, I look at all the like 4 hour day charts is mainly what I look at. You know, maybe it's a little trickier. I mean, great for finding places, but if you're trading intraday, it can be pretty big. What are you laughing at, Dakota?
Just chat, man.
What
I
are you
love
smiling
I
about?
love Top Step TV and the chat, the community. Yeah, put that as a quote. Put that on a shirt. Size down there, booger sugar.
Or
We are gonna,
size down the booger sugar in that case.
yeah, right.
Short still
Shout out to
printing,
RSM
Jay.
in the chat. Yeah, it is. It is. It's looking good. When we said all roads, I think I got a regular trading hour session view up in the Nasdaq at right at 25,000s. Right, big fat round number level. Looks like an interesting spot. The question is, how does it get there? But everything turning around a little bit here. The Russell, everything's where it's at this intraday support. So decision making spot. We got London close coming up in 10 minutes. That could give us some volatility. Saw somebody asking earlier to analyze gold. It is not doing much right now. I don't know if a skunk could make a cent in gold.
There you go. Jay with a joke. That's good.
I stole that one from Coach Paul. I
Skunk
can't
can
take
make
credit for that.
a skunk can make a cent.
Somebody was asking,
Yeah,
I
we had
would like to get back at some point to making some the t-shirts with phrases like gold ain't done. Like I would wear a shirt that said gold ain't done.
yeah, I seen that one.
Yeah.
Stop loss should have been an entry.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna just go check on the puppy real quick. It's making a weird noise.
That's good.
I'll be right back. Enjoy the view of my chair.
Yeah, we had that sell off in gold and we just kind of consolidated sideways since.
Yeah. I am profit's a good one. Hoop all roads. Yeah, all roads would be good.
All roads. All roads. The VWAP on a shirt could be a little spicy.
Oh yeah, just a shirt that said like just VWAP across it.